Okay, good. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody online, too. Um, my name is Claire. I'm one of the senior students here at Dawn Mountain, and we take turns leading these Sunday meditations. So I'm really glad to see y'all during a Texans game. So everybody here brave traffic. Yay. Um, So, just a word about the sort of format of these Sunday morning meditations, because I know we have at least one new person with us today. So, we usually have two sections of the meditation, and the first one is by far the longest, where we settle, we bring our attention into the body, we rest our attention in the center of the abdomen, and really the focus of meditation goes back and forth between sort of the inside of the abdomen, feeling the expansion and contraction as we breathe, and then we'll sound the sacred syllable Hong from time to time, which is this syllable if anybody's into Tibetan. And so as we sound that syllable, our object of meditation really becomes the sound itself. So you kind of get an opportunity to play with two different forms of meditation or two different objects of meditation, the physical sensation and the sound. And that practice was given to us by Adzam Rinpoche, whose picture is over here on the throne. So it's a very simple practice, but it's also really profound. So, if you want to just take it home with you and do a 5-minute session every now and then, it's easy to do. If you work with other people, you might not want to go hong like every now and then, but you can do it, internally or first thing in the morning, last thing at night. So we'll start with that, then we'll have a short break, and then we will conclude with a meditation on kind of sharing the benefits of the practice with everybody. So, so that's the plan. And before we start, I would just like to say a little something about confidence in meditation. Um, I think often people come to meditation with the idea that, it's hard to keep your mind on an object, which it kind of is. And people are really predisposed to think like, oh, I can't do it. I'm bad at meditation. And it just can feel as though you're trying to build, something solid out of sand. It's really hard. You keep working at it and it keeps falling down. So I want to just offer a different view of meditation, a view that's really more about our own capacity for curiosity and tenderness. And these are words that you'll hear Harvey say again and again and again if you come to our Teaching Tuesdays. Curiosity and tenderness. And these are qualities that we all have. So you're not trying to build some new quality of like amazing meditator. You're just trying to Thank you. I mean, I feel like we often are trying to present to ourselves, I've been meditating for X number of weeks, months, years, or decades, and I should be good at this. But really, what we're trying to cultivate is more our own compassion and our own tenderness toward ourselves, which we can then offer to other people too. And we all have those qualities. So I just want to say there's good reason to feel confident when you sit down to meditate that you're not trying to do something new. You're not trying to be someone you aren't already. You're just trying to touch into those basic qualities that we all have of curiosity and tenderness. And to whatever extent you notice those coming up for yourself, try and feed them. So, meditation is not about sitting and having no thoughts arise, sitting and never being distracted. We want our meditation to transfer off the cushion. So, if your meditation was like, I sat down yesterday and for 10 minutes I never became distracted. Every time I had a thought, I noticed it was a thought. I mean, that's great, but like, how likely are you to go 10 minutes in your daily life without getting distracted? If you're me, your likelihood is like zero. Okay, like 0.000, like 1% or something. So what we're doing here is building a skill set. We're building the skills. We're not building, we're just enhancing. It's like we have these little sprouts of like curiosity and tenderness, and we're saying like, oh, look at that sprout, I should water it. So that's a much easier job than like feeling that we have to like build a little plant out of like pipe cleaners and pretend it's real. We're not doing that. We have the plant, we're watering the plant, noticing the plant, and then just letting it continue to grow even when we're not meditating. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out. And I'll just finish with a gratuitous reference to Sanskrit because that's fun. So the word bhavana in Sanskrit that's often translated as meditation, it actually means like to cultivate. Or that's one of the ways that you can translate it. So, when we think about meditation, often people think about a very specific state of mind or a very specific posture or, looking at someone else from the outside and like, wow, they can sit in like full lotus and I'm only sitting with my feet on the floor and gosh, I'm probably not doing it right. So, but what we're doing is cultivating those qualities that we already have. And that's very different. And I feel like that's a really solid basis for confidence that we can do it. We're not trying to be like spiritual superheroes or something. Or if you are, please come see me afterwards because I'd love to see your meditation cape. But that's not what most of us are doing. So you're in good company if you're not a spiritual superhero. That's all I want to say. Okay, so now let's settle into our meditation, our first session in the meditation. I like to begin by just feeling the contact between the base of my body and the cushion or the chair. So no matter how you're sitting, you just feel what parts of your body are holding weight. So if it's your buttocks or your legs or if your feet are flat on the floor, just take a moment, feel that pressure in your body, and you can just acknowledge the support that you're receiving from whatever you're sitting on. And as you feel that support, you might also feel a certain relaxation. You don't have to hold yourself up by the bootstraps. You can relax. Allow your chair, your cushion to support you. And that chair or cushion is supported by the floor, which is supported really by the earth itself. So the largest, vastest object, you could say, of human experience is already supporting us. And from that deep, heavy, grounded base, now we just feel the spine rising up nice and long. You can imagine a string kind of pulling the crown of the head up a little bit. So your spine is nice and long, and then you just relax. Allow the natural alignment of your spine to support you. You can even intentionally reflect on your mind's natural capacity to settle, to feel curious, and to feel tender. All that we need is already there. So you can imagine with your in-breath, drawing your attention into your body. You can imagine that attention coming in through the nostrils, moving down through the center of the body, and you can just imagine your attention settling in the center of the abdomen. And as your abdomen expands and contracts with your breath, you can just invite the muscles of the abdomen to relax if they would like to. If there's any anxiety or tension that those muscles are holding, you can just gently see if they would like to let go. So it's almost as though you're feeling into the center of your abdomen from the inside out. You're withdrawing your attention from your eyes a little bit, from the normal ways that we perceive the world. And we're really completely focusing our attention on that flow of sensations in the center of the abdomen. So, in a way, as we do this meditation, if you would like, you can experiment with having two tasks. The first task is to just lightly try to keep your mind resting in the center of the abdomen. And the second task is while you're doing that, see if you can notice a sense of curiosity. Maybe it's easier at the beginning of a session to be curious about the in-breath. Maybe it gets harder to be curious as you go. But no two breaths are exactly the same, so you can just notice your level of curiosity. And especially when you find that you've been distracted, you can notice your level of tenderness. If you're able to kind of wake up from a daydream or falling into a physical sensation, can you offer yourself tenderness and understanding in that moment, or do you feel a little bit rigid, a little bit judgmental? So you can just really try to feel those two qualities, curiosity and tenderness. And if you notice them, see if you can relax and let them continue. So we'll do this for a while and then begin to chant Hong together. Now we'll sound Hong and use the sound itself as our object of meditation, just allowing the mind to really sink into the sound and rest in that sound. And as your mind settles back into the center of the abdomen, you could be curious about what it felt like to have sound as an object of meditation. That might help you notice what it feels like to have the sensations in the abdomen as your object of meditation. Once again, we'll take sound as our object of meditation, which is to say that we're letting our attention, our awareness really just melt into the sound itself. And paying full attention to the sound as we hear it, as we feel it in our bodies. And again, our mind settles deep down into the center of the abdomen to feel the expansion and contraction there. So in just a moment, we'll take our break. But before we do, you might just check in with your body and your mind and your energy. See how you feel. And reflect back on this practice and see if you've experienced any moments of curiosity, any moments of tenderness, any moments of real attention and presence. And just acknowledge that if you have. And now we'll take a little break. Take about 10 minutes. And if you haven't had a chance to put names in this book, it's a book that we use for writing the names of people or animals, any type of beings that you'd like to dedicate, the good qualities of this practice to. Anyone who's recently passed away or anyone who's ill, feel free to put their name in here. And we'll regather in about 10 minutes.
I ask precious three gems from deep in my pained heart. See me with compassion. I have no other hope. This dear human body, impermanence besets. Do you not fear your death, good and faithful student? The five skandhas gather and disperse who knows when. Heartily think on death, good and faithful student. Karma never deceives, so give up wrongful thoughts. Engage Dharma wholly. I ask precious three gems from deep in my pained heart. See me with compassion. I have no other hope. This dear human body, impermanence besets. Do you not fear your death, good good and faithful student. The 5 skandhas gather and disperse who knows when. Heartily think on death, good and faithful student. Karma never deceives, so give up wrongful thoughts. Engage Dharma wholly. I ask precious 3 gems from deep in my pained heart. See me with compassion. I have no other hope. This dear human body, impermanence besets. Do you not fear your death, good and faithful student? The 5 skandhas gather and disperse who knows when. Heartily think on death, good and faithful student. Karma never deceives, so give up wrongful thoughts. Engage Dharma wholly.
ki vara sa hi te de kar zo lo ma len je lo me yen pe me gi do par po hi la ye ge
I ask precious three gems from deep in my pained heart. See me with compassion. I have no other hope. This dear human body, impermanence besets. Do you not fear your death, good and faithful student? The five skandhas gather and disperse who knows when. Heartily think on death, good and faithful student. Karma never deceives, so give up wrongful thoughts. Engage Dharma wholly.
kun jo ren che na sa do we ni ne be na to je shen je zi ro re sa ye na me do Thaga me yil te mi ta to bole te ki zhe den ye ye te de kar zo lo ma Andi pung en so pa nan ki lo te men do ni ne ki vara sa hi te de kar zo lo ma len je lo me yen pe me gi do par po hi la ye ge
I ask precious three gems from deep in my pained heart. See me with compassion. I have no other hope. This dear human body, impermanence besets. Do you not fear your death, good and faithful student? The five skandhas gather and disperse who knows when.
Welcome back from break, everybody. So in the second part of the practice, we're going to do a practice around sounding a different syllable, ah, which if you're into Tibetan and have like ridiculously good eyes is this. And it's it's a syllable that it's very open, ah, and it's kind of associated with like sharing. So the idea behind the second part of the practice is whatever good states of mind have arisen for us in this practice, or just whatever positivity, we'd like to share them with everybody. A lot of people don't have the opportunity to meditate, or they're stressed out, but they don't really have the resources to reduce that stress. So we have a sense of just sharing whatever good stuff has happened for us, and we'll say ah 3 times. And the first time we imagine that our entire body is filling up with light. All our cells dissolve into light, so we just become a being made of light. The second time, we'll imagine sending light out to everyone else in this room and also receiving light from everyone. And along the lines of this tenderness theme, see if you can really allow yourself to receive light and support from everyone in this room. It's often easier to give support than to receive it, so we have an opportunity to kind of practice. And then on the third sounding of ah, we share this light with everyone. So it's almost like all of us as a whole, like we've given and received with each other, and now we're going to share everybody with everybody. So I'll just kind of give a really brief reminder of what each of those ahs will be about. But for now, we can kind of just settle back into the body, settle the mind back into the center of the abdomen, reconnect with that sense of support from the earth. Just give ourselves a minute or two to kind of get back into a meditative state. So with the first ah, we turn to light. With the second ah, we send and receive light. With the third ah, we share the light with the entire universe. So let's close the practice with the group practice prayers on your yellow sheet. If anybody needs a sheet, there's some back there. Thank you. Did everybody get the book? Who wanted it? Would you pass this back there? Thank you. You can always just kind of think or say somebody's name during the dedication part if you forget them or don't have a chance to. So let's start with these aspirations for the four boundless states. May all beings always have happiness and its causes. May all beings always be free of pain and its causes. May all beings always be pain-free and live happily. May no beings ever cling to those near nor spurn those far. And if you'd like, you can also recite the next two lines, which are from the Bodhicharyavatara. For as long as space abides, as long as the world remains, just so long may I be there, resolving all beings' pain. Jennifer, would you be willing to light the candle? We'll say the blessing. Thank you. So we'll say the blessing verse now at the bottom of this page. With all of you in mind, we light this lamp of clarity. May the glow of love, wisdom shine within us, everyone, till we all rise forth born in one enlightened mandala. And can I get the book, please? Can I get the book? Thank you. You can just say their name as we go through it. Thank you. So today we want to dedicate the benefits of the practice to all being, and especially to Claire. Thanks, Gary. Jessica, especially for test, Carolyn, Janet, Vasudha, Dr. Kwang, Selwa, all suffering children, Bobby, Pratnya, Juhi, Devesh, Warren, Elaine, Wong family, Jacob and Chiara, Matthew, Monica, Annie, people of Puerto Rico and in California, all beings who are in or experiencing pain and suffering, Prati, Meta, victims of fires in California, Dude, Carol's cat in the Bardo, TB, Jill, Cheryl, Rosemary, Anthony, Greg, Ophelia, Mascarenas and family, Alan Savitz, Ann Faber in the Bardo, Kirsty for health, Doug, Sandy and Helen Havens, Anna, Margot, Carmen Montez, Ada de Persia, and Pam for her retreat. All living beings. So thank you, everybody, for coming and meditating together and creating this group that kind of helps to support each other. So upcoming programs include Lama Tenzin Sampel, who will be here the first weekend of November. He's really amazing. That is not a Dzogchen Cycles event. That's open to everybody. So if you want to come for that weekend, it's going to be, I think, based on previous sessions with him, it's going to be super cool. That's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't remember the dates, but it's the first weekend of November. I am doing a workshop on reincarnation on October 29th, which is a Sunday. So it's 2 to 5 p.m. We're going to talk about some of the research that's been done on reincarnation, and we're also going to talk about life after life hacks, some of the stuff from the Buddhist tradition that it looks like is probably applicable to the reincarnation process. So if you want to set yourself up for a good next life, there might be some best practices for that. And every first and third Tuesday, we have our regular Teaching Tuesdays. That's a great chance to meet Ann and Harvey, get some good teachings. They're very accessible. Second and fourth Tuesdays, 7 to about 8:15, we have Practice Tuesday. So if you want a little, boost to your practice, you want to meet with other people, it's a great time to come out and just do some silent sitting with us. We have kids programs, but I don't know about them. So Simone would be the person to ask about those. And also, if you're interested in becoming a member, we would love to have you as part of the family, and you get all the Teaching Tuesdays for free. You can also get our podcast series for free, which is currently going through the summer Teaching Tuesday series. So if you missed that, or if you just want a review, there's some really good stuff on there. And we have a YouTube channel. We have lots of ways of accessing this material anytime you want it. So, yes, ma'am. Oh, yes. Thank you, Sharon. We also, again, thanks to Simone, have a women's meditation group that meets on Wednesdays at 10. So 10 to 11, you get some nice, silent meditation time, a little bit of a guided, teaching from Jack Cornfield and or Tara Brock, and a little bit of discussion. So if you are female, please feel free to join us at 10. Sorry, gentlemen. Maybe we can have a gentleman's meditation meeting sometime too. We just don't have a Simone of the male persuasion yet. So anyway, thank you. Have a wonderful day. Good luck with that traffic out there.